Alright, this is video number 29 in the series, and in this video we're going to do a couple of examples in tenor clef, syllable reading exercises, and introduce mezzo-soprano clef as well. Then we'll move on to look at an example from Danhauser's second book. It's in D major, pretty tricky example. And then we'll go ahead and look at an example from his third book as well in alto clef. So let's go ahead and get started with the syllable reading exercises. First one's number 9. It looks like this. Notice that we've articulated the reference points again. They look like they have open note heads. Let's go ahead and take this one about like this. 1, 2, 3. And I'll give you a count of 3 like that. Alright, concentrate on those groupings. Put an accent on the first syllable of each group. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Do, mi, do, sol, si, sol, do, la, do, sol, mi, sol, do, la, do, sol, mi, sol, do, la, sol, mi, do, la, sol, si, sol, mi, do, la, do. And let's take a look at the very next example. It's number 10. For this one, I'm going to give you a count of 4. Tempo is going to be about like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, la, sol, mi, fa, sol, do, mi, sol, la, fa, sol, mi, do, la, fa, re, si, sol, mi, do, la, fa, re, sol, mi, do, re, fa, la, sol, si, la, fa, re, sol, do, la, re, si, do, la, mi, do, sol, si, do, mi, re, fa, la, do, si, re, sol, si, do, la, sol, mi, do. Alright, let's go ahead and skip a few and go to number 16. Gonna go ahead and pick up the pace a little bit for this one. Let's take it at about like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, fa, mi, re, do, la, si, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, si, do, fa, sol, re, do, sol, fa, sol, la, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, re, do, fa, mi, re, do, sol, fa, mi, re, si, do, la, sol, fa, mi, do, re, si, la, fa, sol, mi, fa, do, re, si, la, sol, fa, re, mi, do, si, do, la, sol, do. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at mezzo-soprano clef. So mezzo-soprano clef is, of course, another type of C clef. And you can see our reference points, as usual in C clef, are going to be C, G, and C. So let's go ahead and do this one. We'll take it relatively slow, and I'll give you a count of 3. It'll be like 1, 2, 3. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Do, re, do, sol, la, sol, do, si, do, sol, fa, sol, do, si, do, re, sol, la, do, re, sol, fa, do, si, sol, la, re, do, si, do. Alright, let's take a look at the very next example. Number 3 looks like this. Keep in mind those reference points. Take a look at it for a moment. I'm going to take it just a hair faster, and I'll give you a count of 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Do, re, do, sol, fa, sol, do, si, do, sol, la, sol, do, si, do, re, si, do, si, re, do, sol, la, sol, fa, re, do, si, do, la, sol, si, do, fa, sol, re, do, sol, do. Alright, let's do some Danhauser exercises. First, we're going to take a look at number 30 from his second book. And it looks like this. Go ahead and scan over it and see if you can determine any modulations that occur. So you can see we got a D sharp in the beginning there, and G sharp in the second system there. So it's like we're touching on E minor a little bit there, and then a little bit of A major, and then maybe a little bit of E major in the third system there. This is a pretty tricky example, so we're going to take it at the tempo indicated, but as I've said many times in these last couple of videos, go ahead and pause the video if you don't feel comfortable with the indicated tempo and practice it yourself a couple times in stop method before practicing with me in recovery method. Also, it's a good idea to kind of scan over the dynamics before you go ahead and read this with me as well. Notice the accent patterns, some articulations. So 84 is about like this. 1, 2, 3. And we'll go ahead and do a D major warm-up. Re, fa, la, si, sol, mi, do, re. So first notes are la, re, do, mi, re, do, si, la. Alright, I'll give you a count of 3. Remember, it's andante deciso, decisive. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. La, re, do, mi, re, do, si, la. La, do, si, fa, la, sol, sol. Si, mi, re, do, si, la, sol. La, mi, sol, fa, fa. Re, do, si, la, sol. Mi, re, do, si, la. Si, re, do, si, la, sol. Fa, mi, fa. Sol, fa, mi, fa, sol. La, sol, fa, sol, la. Si, la, sol, la, si. Do, si, la, si, do, mi. Do, re, do, si, la, sol, mi. Sol, la, si, do, re, mi, do, mi. Do, re, do, si, la, sol, mi. Sol, la, si, do, re, mi, do, si, re, do, fa, mi, re. Re, do. Do, si, fa, la, do, si, sol, la, si, la, sol, mi, re, si, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, fa, sol, la. La, re, do, mi, re, do, si, la, do, si, fa, la, sol, sol. Si, mi, re, do, si, la, sol, la, mi, sol, fa, fa. Re, do, si, la, sol, fa, mi, si, la, sol, sol, fa, fa. Re, fa, la, re, mi, fa, re, la, fa, sol, mi, re. Do, mi, la, si, do, re. Do, si, la, sol, mi, do, mi, re. Alright, let's go ahead and look at an example in alto clef. So this is example number 48 from Danhauser's third book, and it says at the top Scarlatti. I'm going to assume that that's Alessandro Scarlatti. And we're going to go ahead and take it a hair slower than the indicated tempo of 60. We'll take it at 52, which is going to be about like this. Ready, and 1, and 2, and. Alright. La, do, mi, fa, re, si, sol, la. So I'm going to take it in that range of my voice. As always in these videos, you can transpose any syllables for solfège wherever you feel comfortable in your own vocal range. So let's go ahead and do this one. I'll give you a ready and we'll come in on the mi, ready, and. Mi, do, la, fa, mi, la, sol, la, mi, re, do, si, la, si, do, mi, fa, mi, re, mi, fa, sol, sol, fa, mi, re, do, si, do, sol, fa, sol, mi, do, la, sol, do, si, do, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, si, do, si, do, si, do, si, la, si, do, re, si, mi, si, do, fa, do, re, sol, re, mi, sol, fa, mi, re, mi, si, la, sol, fa, si, sol, mi, do, si, mi, re, mi, fa, sol, mi, re, do, si, la, sol, re, sol, fa, mi, la, sol, fa, si, la, sol, la, sol, fa, sol, sol, fa, sol, mi, fa, mi, fa, sol, mi, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, sol, fa, sol, sol, mi, do, la, sol, do, si, do, la, sol, la, si, do, si, la, sol, si, fa, sol, do, sol, la, re, la, si, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, si, sol, mi, do, la, sol, do, si, do, sol, fa, mi, re, do, sol, do, si, la, re, do, si, la, sol, fa, mi, re, sol, do, fa, si, mi, la, re, do, mi, do, la, fa, mi, la, sol, la, mi, re, do, si, mi, si, do, fa, do, re, sol, re, mi, re, do, si, do, la, si, do, re, do, si, la, sol, la, sol, la. Alright, that's going to do it for this video. In the next video, I'm going to be introducing baritone clef, and we'll continue our work with mezzo-soprano clef as well. And actually, we're going to finish up with tenor clef. And since we're taking such a speedy tempo with these clefs in these last videos, I'm going to recommend that you spend a lot of time on your own with the Danhauser material, practicing it. And then we'll also be covering a couple examples from Danhauser's second book and one from his third book as well. But as usual, until next time, happy sightseeing.